This is not about a blow dryer, and if you thought it was, well, buckle up, Buttercup, because these conversations are hotter than that flat iron you're still wondering if you left on. I'm Kat, a hairstylist, educator, and one of the beauty industry's beautifully defiant misfits. This podcast isn't about viral hair trends, client bashing, or the latest formula for whatever shade of brown we're renaming this season. It's about the stories, the lessons, and the trial and error moments that shape careers, confidence, and the craft. So whether you're starting your journey in Cosmo School, thriving behind the chair, still finding your rhythm, or just looking for that push to get back on track, welcome to This Is Not About a Blow Dryer, where we talk beauty in a whole new way. Journey of a Cosmo Student, the Travis King story. Welcome back. This is not about a blow dryer, and as per usual, I'm Kat. As I mentioned before I concluded with Journey of a Cosmo Student, I really wanted to share a few other people's journeys and messages. Last week, we shared Heather Diaz's story, and this week, we're going to share Travis King's story. Funny enough, I actually met Travis through TikTok, and even though we've never met in real life, he has genuinely become one of the most supportive people, and he's sharp, he's honest, very insightful. And when he sent me his story, I immediately knew that it was one I was really looking forward to sharing. His chapter is wild, inspiring, and honestly so much bigger than just beauty school. These days, Travis's story and resume read like a flex. You have things like New York Fashion Week, editorial work, runway work, feature films, award shows, platform artistry, celebrity styling, Forbes, National Enquirer, OK Magazine, blah, blah, blah. So many things on top of being a published author. You can find his work on Amazon. But none of that is where his journey began. 28 years ago, Travis was actually sitting in a prison cell for a crime he didn't even commit. When he was finally released, life didn't hand him a second chance. It actually handed him a $26,000 fine, but he did get one offer. Go to school and the fines will disappear. So in his true 20-something chaotic behavior, he chose beauty school. He does admit that it was definitely not out of passion, and it was more because he knew it was an industry full of really beautiful girls. Here's the twist. He wasn't doing so great at picking up the girls, but he did do very well at picking up that comb. And that changed everything. Somewhere between all the girls, all the combs, he stumbled upon his passion. The craft, the creativity, and the transformations that can happen in our industry. He fell in love with hair. Unfortunately, once he even got licensed, nobody would hire him because he did have a felon stamp on his record. So he did the only thing he could do. He opened his own salon. No experience, no clients, no roadmap. He recalls that his grand opening sign was actually a handmade sign that he taped outside the window. It said 99-cent haircuts, $4.99 color, perm, or highlight. The sign worked, handmade or not, because people came. From 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., Tuesday through Saturdays, he worked his way until he was booked solid. Now, this is hysterical to me because Travis said even though he was fully booked, don't be fooled, the work he was doing was absolutely hideous and he kind of sucked. Yelp wasn't a thing, and fortunately that worked in Travis's favor because what he was lacking in skill, he definitely made up with work ethic, momentum, and passion. He challenged himself to save $1,000 a week doing bargain services until he had enough money to fly to LA to take classes with an industry icon. Apparently, even then, he still sucked. Luckily for him, he found a great mentor in that icon because he saw hunger in Travis, he saw drive. He actually invited Travis to come assist him on one of the biggest shows on the planet. Now, Travis does mention this was an unpaid opportunity, but he definitely saw past the money and knew that this could be a game changer. He knew that that education would be entirely unmatched. And eventually, with a lot of repetition, a lot of extra time, and a lot of heart to continue to look for all of those opportunities, Travis didn't feel like he sucked anymore. With new skills developing and unstoppable determination, clients started traveling from everywhere to his tiny, rough around the edges little salon. And that's when the accomplishments really started stacking. He started to get opportunities in runway, films, magazines, celebrities, press, even awards. He literally built an entire career from resilience and 99-cent haircuts. These days, Travis is pouring everything he's learned into something new, a project called Book Stylist Now. It's a technology he designed to help any stylist at any skill level get booked faster, easier, and more efficiently. So here's why I wanted to share Travis's journey. You don't need a perfect start. Some of the best opportunities won't pay you in money, but the value you're getting for it will be worth so much more, and the money will eventually come. You really just need one moment that sparks something inside of you and the courage to keep going, even when you suck time and time again. Every artist has an origin story. Travis's just happens to begin in a place most people never walk out of. Luckily, he did. And he didn't just walk, but he built a runway out of it. Thank you so much, Travis, for sharing your journey as a Cosmos student. Talk about your life taking an entirely different course of where it could have been. I think this is the perfect example of how you can absolutely take control of your life, make some decisions, and really just find something that's designed for you. So what was your biggest takeaway from Travis's story? And as per usual, I will see you next time when we have another conversation that's not about a blow dryer.